December 4, 2024. A White House statement has just shaken international relations in Latin America. A single word echoed through diplomatic corridors: immediately. For the first time in years, the United States government is ordering all its citizens to leave a neighboring country. It is not a recommendation. It is an urgent evacuation order. The country? Venezuela. And what is happening behind the scenes may be much worse than we imagine. Let's read together what the White House released, word for word, because every term was carefully chosen. High risk of wrongful detention, custody torture, terrorism, kidnapping. Wait. Torture? Terrorism? These are not words governments use lightly. This is war zone language. But to understand the gravity of this moment, we need to go back in time. Because the relationship between the United States and Venezuela did not collapse overnight. What few realize is that Venezuela is not just another country in crisis. It is a fundamental piece on the global geopolitical chessboard. And Trump has just made a bold move. 3 critical factors. First, the 2024 Venezuelan elections were deemed fraudulent by the international community. Maduro claimed victory amid widespread accusations of manipulation. Second, in recent months, at least 5 American citizens have been arbitrarily detained in Venezuela. Some have been in prisons for over a year without formal charges. Third, and here is what no one is telling you. Venezuela has just signed military agreements with Russia, China, and Iran. We are talking about military bases, joint exercises, and the transfer of military technology just a few hours' flight from the American coast. But the people who truly feel the weight of this crisis are ordinary people. American citizens who have built lives in Venezuela. Families divided between 2 countries. Statement 1. Sarah, I've been here for 15 years. I married a Venezuelan, I have children here. How can I just leave? My husband doesn't have an American visa. My children go to school here. But every night I wake up scared. Scared of knocks at the door. Scared of being used as political bargaining chips. Statement 2. James, I work for a humanitarian NGO. Last month, 3 colleagues were arrested. Accused of espionage. Do you know what their crime was? Distributing medicine. I sleep with a packed suitcase next to my bed. Always. The murder rate in Caracas is 60 times the global average. Inflation has exceeded 400% per year. Basic medicines are scarce. Hospitals operate without electricity. And the Maduro government blames all of this on. Guess who? The United States. But here is the question everyone is avoiding. What is Donald Trump really planning? Scenario 1. Aggressive diplomacy, maximum sanctions increase. Freezing all Venezuelan assets abroad. Pressuring European and Latin American allies to completely isolate Maduro. It is the maximum pressure strategy Trump used with Iran. Scenario 2. Humanitarian operation. A humanitarian intervention with OAS support. Forced humanitarian corridor. Protection of American and foreign citizens. But we know how humanitarian operations can escalate. Scenario 3. The unthinkable. Some defense analysts whisper a possibility no one wants to say out loud. A limited military operation. Not an invasion. But surgical strikes on Venezuelan military installations that threaten regional security. Remember I mentioned Russian and Iranian bases? That's right. Global reactions. Meanwhile, Beijing and Moscow have already issued warnings. China called the statement imperialist provocation. Russia mobilized additional military advisors to Caracas. And Iran? It is strategically silent. And when Iran goes silent? Beyond geopolitics, beyond power games, there are people. Thousands of them. At this very moment, American consulates in the region are overwhelmed with emergency evacuation requests. Flights to Miami, Houston, and New York are fully booked. Families are being forced to make impossible choices. Americans married to Venezuelans face the dilemma: safety or family? And here is something that will give you chills. Some Americans in Venezuela are not there by choice. They are political prisoners. Hostages disguised as criminals. And now, with this evacuation, they have become even more valuable as bargaining chips. So, what is really happening in Venezuela? The truth is no one knows exactly how far this will go. But one thing is certain: when a government orders immediate evacuation, when it uses terms like torture and terrorism in official documents, when nuclear powers start choosing sides, we are no longer talking about normal diplomacy. We are talking about a point of no return. The situation is evolving hourly. If you know someone in Venezuela, reach out. If you are an American considering traveling there, do not go. And if you want to understand how this might affect all of Latin America, including Brazil, You will want to keep watching. Because history is being written now. And we are watching in real time.